If this isn't a sign of what I'm getting ready to talk about today, look at this guy taunting us while he's supposed to be playing the game, dude, and he's over here messing with us because we can't get in. Oh, come on, the game's over, dude. Is it actually 13? How much longer does it have? I do not remember. I know you got to like make. No, someone got locked out. Someone said, "No way, wild." I'm sorry, brother. I noticed at least one or two of these types of posts, and that is about Guardians of the Rift and the bot problem. The biggest problem that I'm running into is that as you get here into the main, like, okay, so see, everyone's supposed to be putting their runes in their respective altars where they belong, but as you can notice, a lot of people are kind of just stuck here in the middle. So I think what the biggest problem is that a lot of players are coming here just for either passive mining experience, which is very strange to me, because as you can see, you get like literally 5, but you can just sit there and mine it over and over and over again, which is kind of one of the things Jagex was trying to eliminate with the whole shooting star dilemma that we ran into not too long ago, but especially as we get closer to the end of the game here. Look at these guys. They're just like hogging around this is where you like turn everything in, but nothing else is happening. They're just stuck there. And again, I don't think it's because their bots are broken. I think they just don't do anything else. I can say right here, click this, and I am just gaining passive mining experience. And that's where a lot of the problem comes in from players that are just sitting here doing this, not participating in the minigame, not doing what they're supposed to be doing to help, make the game move along, to earn points, to gain XP. Wow, and I stopped filming for 2 seconds. That game didn't even last. We lost. We failed. Alright, so I want to take you on a little journey through the past to play some shitty games that might or might not suck ass, and that shitty game is Guardians of the Rift. This is one of the posts that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. It's about from 2 months ago, and it's called The Current State of Guardians of the Rift. And as you can see there on the little screen on the picture post, you can see exactly what we were just running into in the game. All the players kind of just corralling around the center statue, the Guardian, and they're trying to protect him. I'll give them that. They're circling around him, trying to focus all their attention on him, but that's not how you play the game. Jagex needs to increase rewards for using cells. That could be potential, right? Somehow increasing the benefits of actually playing the game is going to be the only way I think that they can really improve what they have currently, unless they're going to go for an absolute rework at some point in time. The only way that they're going to produce more players wanting to actually participate is going to be doing something like this, increasing some way that they can make the actual actions of the minigame count and matter, and not just sitting around doing nothing be the meta, which should never have been the case to begin with, but here we are anyway. Then when you finally get in after waiting around for 20 minutes, realizing that the world is failing every single attempt. Again, what we just ran into. I've been trying to make this video for about 20-30 minutes now today, and I have so far had one successful game. This minigame is brutal if you don't have much time to play. Having to wait for a game to start, then not even getting in feels really bad. So you saw me at the beginning when I was trying to get into the gate. I got in, but the other players there did not, and he got freaking steamed. His hams were cooked, bro. He was so pissed off because he'd probably been waiting there for way longer than I was. I logged into the game, clicked in, and got in my first attempt, well, after waiting for like 5 minutes. But it's like not prioritized. There's no queue. Maybe an activity bar similar to pest control. I don't know if that would solve everything, considering you can just sit here and mine away like I'm doing right now while I film this video. You can just sit here and one-click this, right? You don't have to do anything else. Now, I'm not participating towards the activities of, making the runes and protecting the Guardian, but I am participating, really just kind of sets the stage for the rest of this video. What can they do about Guardians of the Rift? How can they fix this if just nobody cares? It's going to turn into another useless or untouched minigame, or, for lack of a better word, dead content. Wait, what? Failing a Guardians of the Rift game should make everyone in it die an unsaved death? No way you said that, dude. No way you just said that. Because it would force those dirty Iron Men, at least the hardcores, to do their job and keep the barriers up. No, what?
I'm like, what do you say fuck me for?
I'd like it if you forced you out of the game. Now there we're kind of talking, maybe after like a little bit of inactivity. I mean, look at, okay, so here I am. Again on my own. You can see these guys are just kind of chilling alongside with me. Like, what are we doing over here, dude? This is from 4 days ago. I love my human teammates at Guardians of the Rift. You got some good ones here. Baldlin 2021, Open Spee, Let's see who else. Shutze 1980. Okay, so what they're getting at here is it's a bunch of letters or two like words to make one compound word, and then a bunch of random numbers following. And they're all like around the same level. They're following the same name pattern. This one was from 3 days ago. So see what I'm saying? This is obviously a big problem in the community because every time you visit this subreddit, you will see that there's probably somebody complaining to a lot of other people that are listening about Guardians of the Rift. Guardians of the Rift is currently unplayable. So many bots. 5 losses in a row. And as you can see in this little screen cap here, they're doing exactly what was happening in our games just a few minutes ago. Standing around the Guardian, not doing jack crap. They're just kind of ogling him, staring at him because they've deposited their runes, they've done their points for the game, their bot script has run out, and then they're just chilling. I'm sorry to say, but 5 losses on Mass Worlds with 20 or so bots is not a result of the bots. That's a result of lazy, selfish players. Thank you, CoreBear007. That's what I'm saying. I do think it does contribute to bots. Absolutely. That's just RuneScape. However, I think a lot of Guardians of the Rift is people either being too dumb, like me, okay, like me, too stupid, again, probably like me, but also just being lazy or not knowing how to play the game, or just not caring enough, unfortunately. You cap out at 10 Guardians, your barriers need to be upgraded, but that's only 3 players to get 1 barrier overcharged. Getting into the game requires rapid clicking the entry gate. That should never be a mechanic. I do agree that that doesn't make much sense. I understand it's because the player limit probably, and that it's a small area, unlike Wintertot. I don't really know exactly what the reason would be behind the gate or why it's like that. I'm sure, though, Jagex has a reason. Surely, right? Don't call me Shirley. Honestly, just learn to solo. Honestly, skill difference. Honestly, just stop playing the game. Honestly, just go back to World of Warcraft. Honestly, go back to League of Legends. Shut up, dude! And for those of you still wondering, Mom Spaghetti, still just chilling here. Hasn't moved. And we've now been in the game for almost an hour. So you see what I'm saying. Again, I think it's not only just bots that are broken. Wow, what is happening over here? Look at this. Look at this. Some Oakley. The bots are here, dude. They are here. Look at this. There's like 5 players that are actually playing the game. And you can see them running down the little line here. It is kind of fricked up that you can literally just stand here and you don't get kicked from the game, especially considering they have a barrier where you have to click to get into it. Nothing really seems to boot you out, probably unless you log out of the game. And it's just funny that you can just stand here and like taunt the players that actually want to get into the game. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I just think it's funny that that is actually a possibility, that you can just stand here and abuse your privilege of being in the game when they're not. And they're like begging. They're trying to click into, they're like, come on, man, just let me in the freaking game. Come on. This stupid bald idiot standing right there next to his little fit. He's not even playing the game. Ah, yes. Lots of players playing the game right now, not just standing around staring at the Guardian. Ah, yes, lots of players. Look at all these players playing. This was from 4 hours ago. This is fresh, hot off the presses. Guardians of the Rift bots are making the minigame unbearable. There's a large amount of these bot farms on all of the themed worlds, and they don't seem to do what they're intended to do, and frequently stand around in the middle of the room doing absolute frick all, and then causing the Guardian to die. It's so frustrating that it's blatant that there's nothing that we can do. And combining this with the 1 game per world, 200 players only, and being able to join a game, but seeing 50 bots run into one spot to craft essence, so they can't get in, they're watching everyone ruin the game, and they're failing constantly. People probably wouldn't support it, but they could always just add an activity meter. This seems to be the most common thing I'm seeing across all of the Guardians of the Rift thread posts, is to put some sort of activity meter, some sort of way to monitor just what exactly everyone's doing, at least contributing a little bit. Honestly, the only changes I want is to not having the reward points split. It's really annoying had to balance both points. That's what we can agree on right there. Yes. Why? Why 2 separate reward sections? Just make me have 1 point of rewards. Have the rewards be worth more points. I agree, and reporting doesn't mean anything in Guardians of the Rift. Everyone knows they're bots and they're never gone. No point in bringing it up anymore. So now they just accepted it. Now they've accepted it that they're all bots and there's nothing that we can do. And honestly, that might be the saddest thing that I've ever heard of as a RuneScape player. The admittance of defeat that the bots have won. And we can't let that happen. We can't let the bots win. So what can we do? How can we fix this? How can we solve this problem? Botting has always been a problem in old school RuneScape. This minigame, I think in particular, just needs a lot of quality of life changes, not just in bots, but in players. Why is it that we can stand right here and taunt the players that want to get in, right? In the words of the wise Phil Collins. It's always the same, and that's just a shame. That's all.